Hello everyone. Just want to take a chance to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Currently I'm in Detroit Motor City center where the cars of America are built. And through centuries, car has car developed from very primitive to something more advanced, like self-driven. And what is the next? What next year prepares for us? Maybe new challenges of mobility, new challenges of how we explore this world. Everyone remembers not couple, sorry, 4 years back, almost 5 years back when it was pandemic, when we all were locked down, our ability to move was decreased. And some people were shocked. Some people were they not expected being artificially locked into their homes. Often they forget that they have something always with them. Not only heart, which pumps the blood like a motor of the cars, but they have also minds which should be used. It should not be blocked. Minds which should be used all the time to improve, self-improve. Similar like we have done for our vehicles. Vehicle can, I believe, for 10 years compared to human, which may live for 100 years. You know, those blue zones with longevity, 100+ years. It's possible if you maintain it properly. Similar like we change gasoline, change oil, and put the gasoline in our cars of good quality. Same for us. If we put good quality fuel as food and good quality of thoughts, we may run longer. And analogy to self-driving, we can be also in a state of so-called flow. Really, when we combine body, mind, spirit, material, and spiritual, we can achieve more productivity. And either as individually or as a teams, we can be more productive if we are in higher state of life. And to achieve those higher state of life, I just wonder, not everyone touched from childhood how to maintain our best selves. In schools, we are taught, we learn how to read books, how to do math, but we hardly learn how to take care of our body, of our minds. We hardly take care of how we develop ourselves in the physical, spiritual, and more mindfulness state. And again, if some stress happens, our psyche is paralyzed. Probably know about parasympathetic nervous system. So often, if something bad happens, we run from that. But there is other option. We can learn bit by bit from our experience. We can get improved. The only missing gap is how to make those notes so it is available for us at the right moment, in the right place, and in the right form. And probably if not in your current lifespan, you would be able to use those knowledge. Our ancestors our children may use those knowledge. So it's important to record those knowledge in proper form, to record it in some reusable form. And that form, look at the nature. Again, I like the analogies with nature. See, here is a car. Is it nature? It looks nice, yeah. It looks very nice. All color, shape, engine. It can move you at high speed to any place. But if you want something to be not end up as the trenches, as the garbage yard, you should have something which lives, which is living, which can seed something green, something which can evolve through decades and years, something that can flourish, give fruits, and give energy for the future generation. So that natural stuff is always in us. And with all the technologies, with all the latest advance in technology, knowledge, internet, the smallest you can do is learn how to use that in corporate environment. We all know how to maintain our knowledge records, how to so-called the configuration management, so that we can reuse what was developed while developing some machine, for example. Yeah, another nice car you see here. The General Motors building. It's a huge building. So it is reused not only for purpose of doing General Motors cars, it is used for some, food cars, for some conferences, even for people, for some homeless people find place here. But to build this building, someone put the blueprint how to build it. And probably same blueprint can be used in some other country to replicate the same building. Why not? But back to the human. For example, I have some knowledge how to do certain things. For example, how to bake the bread or how to do plumbing. I maybe have read some book on that. I tried my skill. Maybe I made some mistakes. I learned from those mistakes. What if I want to repeat the same, maybe bake the same bread a week later or a year later? What I normally do, either I go to my records or I just do it from memory. Or sometimes I may ask my mom, oh, where's those recipe? Or if I get some good advice from my friend, maybe how you made those bread, which is so crispy, or you added some pumpkin seeds. I may put those new advice into place and do some improvement in my baking technique or in construction technique, which is built on top of existing. So combining together knowledge is very important, and improve all those knowledge is very important too. Because imagine that those first car which was invented many years back, if we still use those, of course not horsepower, but some steam engines, for example, if it was not improved to some electric vehicle, and now it's software-defined vehicle, where would we be? Maybe we would still chase the predators, or we would still chase some survival factors, like how to not be killed by some aborigines, or how to not be frozen in the winter when we don't have heat and fire. I'm speaking about mobility. So to retain and build on top of knowledge, currently we have, just summarizing, we have books, we have different media. One of the media I'm using now, actually I'm testing now, first time going live. I'm not sure how it will go. But yeah, I have planned one event, you probably have seen, in February. I open doors to my ideas, which I have buried with me through the years. How to capture the knowledge flows, how to capture what we have learned to be applied and to be used for achieving better selves, to be used to put us in state of flow, to be more productive, more mindful through our life, at least with those lifespan, which is restricted by conditions, either by conditions of either by God or by conditions of environment. Or, there are some war situation, and my heart is actually, my parents are in Ukraine, and we lost some people there. But again, we're restricted by some unforeseen circumstances. We want to retain knowledge and to be reused to continue the flow of life. So on February 22 at 2 p.m., I will be speaking. Most probably it will be in Plymouth Library. You can join me either live or you can come in person, and we will discuss how you manage your knowledge through your life and how you reuse those knowledge, how you communicate those knowledge to others. Knowledge not from corporate environments, not from your work, because there is work-life balance. And work-life balance is a harmony. It should be not work-work, it should be work-life. And I'll be speaking more about life, because at work we achieve some career advances and we develop some great products. But I look for even for some coworkers or friends, you may advance in career, but you may neglect your health. And who cares? You cannot take all the material with you, but you should be in good health and good shape to move through life, to move through generations. And the universe already has those knowledge. The universe already has those records in books. Some books may be not accessible. Other may be read by you, but other people don't know about it. So how to spread that knowledge? How to make sure that if you found something very good in some book, you highlight it, you maybe you took some screenshot. How to make sure that that piece of information is available to others, at least to your connections, to your friends. And maybe someone have read similar, maybe not the same book, but similar good stuff from other book. He may connect piece of his knowledge with piece of your knowledge. And there is a called open innovation or disruptive innovation when two pieces of knowledge are connected, they may form either improved way of doing things, or they may create some breakthrough. The idea is to connect many of those dots from each individual knowledge pieces into breakthrough. It can be as simple as reuse it in your culinary or in your gardening, and as advanced as to heal yourself, improve your body, improve your mind, improve your energy level, improve overall as a human being, and make this world better, more peaceful, more cheerful, filled with more love, with more people who care, with more connections which matter. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Now we are in 2024. Upcoming 2025, I believe it will bring to us many new, better, advanced news, hopefully. Best wishes to all of you in New Year, health, longevity. See you February 22. Peace.